Yesterday, I started working on a new project. I should have taken you guys along, but I didn't. But I'm basically building a shelf. You can see it right down here. Sometimes when I build stuff, I do it as I go. I'm just making it up as I go and I don't really know where it's going. So I don't like to pick up the camera during those kind of moments because I could spend an hour fiddling around with wood trying to come up with a design, and I never really know when the building is going to start. And then if I do start it, I don't even know if I'm going to keep it that way. Like this, I put it together, I took stuff apart, I redid it, I moved stuff around. It's a lot of build, unbuild, look at it, measure, try to figure it out. It's slow. The point is, I built a shelf. I don't even know if it's going to work yet. It's almost done. So here it is. It's got like a shield opening, a basic shelf. I'm gonna clean this up, sand it. I don't know, I might put a decorative edge on here. And then I gotta build a door for the front, so I'll take you along for the rest of it. Oh, and you probably wanna know, what's the shelf for? It's actually gonna be if it works, a storage unit for our PCs. Ashley and I use regular tower PCs. We want them in our bedroom, but we don't want to look at them and we want to keep the room clean. So I'm trying to make a cabinet, and I know it doesn't look like a computer cabinet, but I think it's going to work. So we want to make a cabinet to hide them. That's what I'm doing. We put a decorative edge on the shelf and I like it. It looks better now. After that, I started experimenting with door styles. I was trying to figure out how to make my door frame that's going to cover the front of this. You'll see what it looks like later, but I think I got something set up on my router table. I'm going to try it and see how it works out. So I got two short pieces done. I got a middle style done for the door, you'll see. So I did an edge on both sides. And then I did the top and bottom. Okay, so now I have another bit. So I'm going to put an edge on the ends so they can interlock together. Well, that was a lot more work than I expected. Now, we made the frame for our door front. Truth be told, I made it a few times. I had to actually keep redoing it because my router tables, they're having some trouble where they're out of line. And it's not just raising the router up and down, the actual plate that the router holds to, they're not lined up anymore. So it's been really hard to get these where they need to be. But I think I got them now. You can see kind of how these interact. This wood is thicker than this wood, so it's not perfect, but kind of neat. Oop. And then it leaves a groove on the inside like you'd build a cabinet door. This is going to be a glue joint. I'm going to glue, I'm going to put it together, clamp it, probably throw a few brad nails in it, and let it dry. So this is basically what the front is going to look like. I got it laid out, everything measures fine, it looks good. I'm gonna go forward. Now I'm gonna fill these panels with this gold, just metal mesh I found. Now I gotta get this all lined up. Okay, while that door is drying, I just made this piece of wood. It's just got a round over on top. It's just a thin piece of wood. I'm gonna be nailing it right to the face right here. It's kind of hard to explain this, but it's gonna be a lip to hold the door in place. You'll see how that works later. And I'll get this little trim piece cut and I'll put it right here also. Guys, this looks so good. Dried overnight. I sanded it down to make it smooth. It's not perfect, but you can see how that all works. I put some brad nails in the joint just to help hold it together. The glue should be enough. But now, these are still a little floppy. They're fine, but they're floppy. So I'm cutting some strips of wood. I can put it right in here, you know, between the metal and that gap to take up the space.
Looks nice, Dada.
I'm not going to glue these in, I'm just going to friction fit them because I made them pretty snug. I mean, you can't even see that strip. It just looks like solid wood. That's cool. I have the tendency when I'm working to cut wood too big, and then I end up having to go back and cut a little more off, a little more off, a little more off. Always afraid of cutting it too small, and I overdo it. Same thing with these metals. I just cut them a little too tight. I should have left more slack. There was plenty of room for play, but I get paranoid, and I end up making more work for myself. Just finished up putting those spacers in there. What a difference it makes. Nice and solid, not shaky. The back looks good. This door panel is, I will say, finished. Now I did sand it down as good as I could. I hope I got all the glue off the surface so that when I stain it, we don't have those glue spots showing. That's the worst thing ever, is to start staining and then seeing your glue spots. So I hope I got it all down to raw wood. I think we're ready for stain. All right, we got set up. I did put masking tape around the metal. We'll see if that helps. And I'm gonna just stain it all. We're gonna do Cabernet finish. That's the dark stain that we've been using in our bedroom. All right, we just finished up staining, and as you can see, it's looking pretty good. Happy with it. It's always tricky staining a large piece, trying to keep that wet edge and not taking too long at the same time, but we got it done. So now I'm gonna let these dry. Maybe in a few hours we'll come back. I think I'm gonna oil this. Instead of doing a hard finish, I'm gonna do a tongue oil, maybe. We'll see. It's just gonna be easiest and quickest to apply. So last night I finished up that cabinet and I can't wait to show you. We let the stain dry, I put a tongue oil finish on it and pulled off the tape, cleaned it up. It looks awesome. Alright, so here it is right here. I have it in here, just this is where we oiled it, brought it inside. I put a magnetic latch on here and it's a little bit too strong, so it's a double one. I might swap it out for a single because it's a little hard to open, but closes up like that. Guys, doesn't that look neat? So we have the hole on the end. This is where you access the computer. This is a wire hole. We have a shelf up here with more holes for wires to come up. Now I couldn't find a handle for this door and I didn't feel like buying one. Luckily, I had a jar full of various brass hardware. So I was able to piece together my own handle just using a brass screw with some brass fittings and you know, like a little knurled nuts. It's just pieces all hooked together. To keep the build simple, there's just a beaded edge that sticks up right here. So this edge is higher and we have a stop right here. The door just sits right in there. This holds it in. The side stops, keeps it from going back, and the top hits the magnet. This is honestly one of my nicest builds. I'm happy with it. I'm gonna bring it in the bedroom and get it hung. The tongue oil still needs curing time, but it'll be fine to put it to use for now. I've already hung a cleat on the wall to hang it. You can see on the back here, this is a hanger. It's just a little cleat that's gonna hang on the wall. And I got the other half in there. So this will be easy, just bring it in, hang it, and it'll be done. Well guys, I just got it hung in place, and check it out. Here it is, sitting between the two desks. I have it hung just above the trim, so it's flat against the wall, but still clean underneath. It'll make it easier to vacuum. Well, I thought I'd bring you guys in and show you the final setup, but it's not really the final setup because we still have some wire management to work on. The wires aren't perfect. I might drill some holes through the desks underneath, and I don't know, you'll see that later probably. But anyway, we have our two desks and our computer holder. So I'll show you guys inside it. So there it is. You can see our two computers, plenty of room for wires to come up and over, lots of ventilation, works perfect. And I can open the disk drive on the front, I can access the USB ports on the front. Luckily, we don't need to do that very often. This kind of was built with form over function in mind. I wanted it to look good in our bedroom and hide the computer, so I was willing to sacrifice a little bit of convenience of access to the computer for that, and that's fine. We got our DVD player hooked up right here so that they can play movies on the monitor if they want to. I'm sure we'll have other things up here later, like external drive readers and battery chargers and everything. It's probably not going to look super pretty, but it's an office, so it's fine. Anyway, not too much to say about it. There it is. So you can see under the desk here, the wires come out the hole right under here, and I want to strap these up to the bottom of the desk, and they come over to the outlet. And you can see I still have to finish up the Ethernet cables here. I have to order a wall plate for these keystone jacks. I don't know, maybe I'll try to show it when it's done, but for now, very temporary until we get this cleaned up. So, a little bit of ugly for now. And as you can see, you probably don't know, but we got some new desk chairs. That's been awesome because we've had some pretty lousy chairs over the years, so we got some nice ones. Just in case you're wondering why they're black and white, we actually ordered 2 white chairs because they were a good price. So we ordered 2 white, but they sent us a white and black. The black was an accident, but we just kept it. It's fine, so I'm taking the black one, of course. There's the room coming together. We got a bed down here, that's Maverick's bed. The kids, that's been a question we've had. The kids are in the room sleeping with us. The two beds just lay on the floor. We have a lot of room in here, so it works out for now. Until we get their bedrooms done, which I've been planning. I'm hoping we can get on those soon. So we'll see what we can do with that. Before we go, Ashley just found a package outside, so we opened it up and guess what came? Our new used. Let me unwrap this. These are going to be lights for the next to the bed, wall lights. So I think that's pretty cool. I found these on eBay. Sorry, I'm just breaking it. They plug in, they screw to the wall. You guys get the point, articulating. I thought these were pretty neat. And can't wait to see them installed. We'll have some bedside lights. We really wanted to get some lamps that didn't sit on our nightstands. We never showed our nightstands, did we? Right?
No, we didn't.
We could show those quick. Well, you know, we just didn't want lamps on our nightstands. Especially me, I'd probably knock it off and break the thing. So this is cool. It keeps the surface of the stand clean and easy to clean. And we still have our bedside lamps. Now I did order shades for them. The shades did not come yet, so we'll show you those when they come, but I think they're gonna look good in here. I don't know, just a neat little fixture to add some flair to the bedroom. Got a set of two of them. They just screw to the wall with these wall plates. I'm gonna do this off camera, but basically this screws to the wall, 4 screws, and then you just hook it on. Pretty easy. Cool, can't wait to get those done. Well guys, here is the nightstand. Not too much to talk about it. So you'll notice that these have the same hardware and the same wood as our wardrobe because it's the same company, the same brand, they came from the same collection. We just wanted something to match, that's what we found. And the lamps will go right here. And Ashley's is right here. And that's all.
What am I supposed to say?
So that was a cool project, and it got us into our room, which is so much more comfortable and warm and clean, and we just love it. So I'm just happy to be in there with the computer set up. Like I said, some little finishes to do, but it's getting there. Well, I guess that's all I have for now, so thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.